what is the video? Dumbest ways people died. Okay, it has to be here, bro. Yeah, right here. This is the video.
Encyclopedia test. In June 2017, Pedro Ruiz and Mona Lisa Perez decided their YouTube channel needed more views. Their wholesome family videos weren't working, so they switched to pranks. The numbers went up. Pedro figured if pranks worked, extreme pranks would work even better. So he came up with a simple test. See if a book could stop a bullet. He would hold a 1.5-inch encyclopedia to his chest. Mona Lisa would shoot it.
Okay, no, okay. I'm not here to make fun of their deaths, but bro, you had that coming. You didn't even. Why are we holding the book to our chest? Can we just sit it down on like a table and shoot it? Why do we have to hold it to our chest? It's not. This is not a prank. This is not a prank. Where's the prank in this? What is the prank? I'm lost.
From 1 foot away. Simple.
1 foot away? What are we doing? What? At least step back a few yards, you know what I'm saying? Like what's the thought process? What is the thought process? How is this a prank? Where did he find this idea? How did he process this in his head?
They set up cameras and invited over 30 friends to watch.
Oh my God. They invited people to watch and not, bro. Wait.
The gun they chose was a Desert Eagle, one of the most powerful.
Nigga! Do y'all know how powerful a Desert Eagle is? Do you know how powerful a Desert Eagle is, bro? If you shoot a Desert Eagle, do you know the recoil that bitch got? Bro, boom. Bro. If you play Fortnite, you know how powerful that shit is. Why are we doing this? 1 foot away? Okay, wait. No way the people pulled up. No way the people pulled up, bro. 150 headshot, 75 body shots. Like, that shit was powerful, bro.
Handguns in the world. She pulled the trigger.
So 30 people actually showed up, and not a single person in that crowd said, maybe we shouldn't do this. 30 people pulled up, and not one thought, maybe we should stop this. Maybe this isn't a good idea. Maybe this isn't a prank. Maybe this isn't a good prank.
The bullet went straight through the book and killed Pedro instantly.
Oh, for real?
Mona Lisa called the police and claimed she'd accidentally shot her boyfriend. The footage...
You have it on camera, dog. And she called the cops and had the audacity to say it was an accident. No, they're like, this is not a prank. This is murder. Probably maybe accidental murder, but it's still murder. Maybe you lack the knowledge to think, like, come on, bro.
Said otherwise. She pleaded guilty to manslaughter and got 180 days.
Manslaughter, that's what it's called.
The video went viral worldwide.
Is that the gun?
Just not how they planned. Who wants some of this? It was 2004 in Wales when a young man invited friends back to his apartment after a night of heavy drinking. The party continued.
It's the only thing that was running through their head was views and clicks and subs. How many like you see what clout can do to your head and make you do whenever like it gets to your head? Like, you see the like effect it has on people, the stupid decisions it makes people do, like make.
Place. And that's when he got a brilliant idea. He pulled down his trousers and stuck himself out the window, yelling, "Who wants some of this?" to the street below.
Bro,
his friends grabbed him before he could fall out of the 3-story window.
Did he fall?
The next morning, he admitted it had been pretty stupid. He promised he'd never do anything like that again.
Oh my God. Bro, what?
Oh. That very evening, he was drunk.
Nigga said bills cannot be that high. This dude though.
And once again, he pulled down his trousers and started yelling.
Bro, what overcomes you to pull down your trousers and walk out the window? Like, you know, hang out the window and start flashing everybody. What overtakes somebody to do that? Because it's not just alcohol. Alcohol does not do this to you, bro. Right. Like, it's one thing if you, like, go open the window and, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's another thing to pull down your trousers and ask everybody, announce to everybody who wants some of this. What are we doing?
Once again, he pulled down his trousers and started yelling, "Who wants some of this?" out the window. This time, his friends weren't close enough to grab him.
fell.
He tumbled out of the 3-story window and died on impact. The patriotic
Yeah,
act.
he had that one
On
coming.
July 4th, 2024, in Somerville, South Carolina, Alan Ray McGrew decided to take his patriotic costume to the next level. The 41-year-old HVAC
He's
technician.
gonna, okay, wait. I want to guess what happens here. I want to guess what happens. I want to guess. It has something to do with fireworks for sure. Something to do with fireworks. 100%. I'm calling it right now. It's that he probably like put some fireworks in his suit or something, or like it's something to do with fireworks. I'm calling it.
Was hosting a neighborhood block party, dressed in a red, white, and blue Uncle Sam outfit with a top hat. The drinking had started around 6 p.m. Fireworks were planned for the evening. Alan
What is-
loved his
wait.
country
Oh,
and
here we
looked
go.
forward to celebrating each year. At around 10:20 p.m., Alan placed a large firework right on top of
Why?
What did I say? What did I say, bro? What did I say? What did I say, bro? He placed the fireworks box on top of his head. Let's see.
his Uncle Sam hat. His wife Paige thought he was just messing around. Surely he wouldn't light something on his head. He had already lit it. The firework exploded and caused what paramedics called massive head trauma. Alan was dead instantly. He had become his own fireworks display. The DIY bungee jump.
Like-
On July
Oh my God.
12th, 1997.
What gets people to do that? Like, no. Okay, like, I don't want to make fun of nobody's deaths. You know, these are all sad. You know, no matter what the thought process was, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody deserves to go out like this, bro. But it's just the time and place, you know, where you got to think, like,
Was he drunk?
you do stuff like this and you just, you play stupid games, you get stupid results, bro. Intoxicated or not, I don't know why you would do that intoxicated anyway. Bro, intoxication is just bringing out your sober thoughts, honestly, if you ask me. So he's probably thought about that sober. You know, intrusive thoughts. Probably just an intrusive thought, but the fact that he did it, you know what I'm saying? This is like,
Eric Barsha decided to go bungee jumping on his day off. The 22-year-old fast food worker couldn't find any bungee jumping places in the area, so he figured he'd do it himself. He picked a railroad bridge in Lake
oh
Atherton,
my
Virginia.
God.
It was 70 feet high, perfect for a homemade bungee jump. Eric tied together several bungee cords. and
Like, what are we
reinforced
doing?
the conductor.
This nigga here. Bro. Okay, wait. I accidentally closed my chat, bro.
He was
Okay.
really thinking about safety. He tied one end around his leg and the other to the bridge. Then he jumped. There was just one problem with his plan. Eric never considered that bungee cords stretch when you fall.
Right.
The cords he'd tied together were already a few feet shorter than the bridge height. When they stretched, they became even longer than the distance to the ground. Eric hit the pavement 70 feet below with such force that he died instantly. A local man found his body the next morning with the bungee cord still attached to his leg. His
Ew,
grandmother
bruh.
told reporters he was always so smart in school. The fish that fought
Yeah.
back.
No.
In
No, they played that last clip on purpose. They did not have to. They did not have to play that last clip, bro. They troll him. They just trolled this nigga's death, bro. He did not have to play that last clip, dude. They didn't have to play that last clip, bro. They taunt this man's intelligence, bro. And it was pretty stupid. Don't get me wrong, but they just taunt that nigga's intelligence, bro, by putting this clip in here, bro.
The fish that fought back. In 1998, a man from Ohio was hanging out with his friend when he got dared to do something stupid. His friend was cleaning out a fish tank and said that one of the fish, about 5 inches long, had been eating all the other fish. The man decided to give this fish payback.
So what's he
He
about
would
to do?
swallow it whole. He had done this
So
trick
this
before.
nigga's gonna
He
swallow
picked up the fish and held it over his mouth. Then he gulped it down. The fish fought back. It got stuck in his throat and was too slippery to pull out. He couldn't breathe and struggled for several minutes while his friend called 911. When paramedics got
Average fantasy football punishments. That's a good one.
there, the man was dead. But the fish was still alive with its tail sticking out of his mouth. Both the man and the fish died. The fake robbery. On January
Both the man
18,
and the fish died.
1977, Italian footballer Luciano Recciaconi had a brilliant idea. The 28-year-old Lazio player, known as the Blonde Angel, was famous for his pranks. Recciaconi and his teammate Pietro Gadin decided to stage a fake robbery at their friend Bruno Tabacini's jewelry store in Rome. They thought it would be funny to scare Bruno
Fake
and then
robbery?
laugh about it later.
So let me guess,
covered
do they
their
get
faces
shot?
and walked into the store with guns out, yelling,
Why? Wait, why?
and then laughed. Friend Bruno Tabaconi and his teammate Pietro Gadin decided to stage a fake robbery for his
Wait,
prank.
oh, they
The
worked at a bank?
28-year-old Lazio player, known as the Blonde Angel, was famous for his pranks. Recciaconi and his teammate Pietro Gadin decided to stage a fake robbery at
They
their
got
friend
shot for
Bruno
sure.
Tabacini's jewelry store in Rome.
They got shot,
They
bro.
thought it would be funny to scare Bruno and then laugh about it later. They covered their faces and walked into the store with guns out, yelling, "Hands in the air! This is a stick-up!" There was one problem with the
Bro, no nigga is saying that, bro. Let's be real. Nobody's actually saying that. No one's saying this is a stick up. You only hear that in shows and movies, bro. Nobody's saying that, bro. They're just gonna tell you to like stay still, don't move or something, bro.
their plan. The jewelry store had been robbed just a few weeks earlier. Bruno was scared it would happen again, so he had gotten a shotgun to protect.
Oh my god. He's finna blast both of them. Do they have fake guns? Are those real? No, those aren't real guns. I'm not. No way. They're not real guns. They're not that dedicated to the prank.
Himself. When Bruno saw the robbers, he pulled out his shotgun. Pietro immediately put his hands up, but Recciaconi kept going.
What? Who does this nigga think he is? Oh my god, who does he think he is? He was dedicated to the prank. No, he was dedicated to his craft, bro. Is she dead ass? He must have forgot that this nigga wasn't part of the prank. He must have thought that he was part of the prank or something. Now, see, this one is a prank. But whenever it gets taken to the point where someone's life is in danger, that's where you gotta stop. This nigga still, he kept going. He kept going.
With the prank. He wouldn't put his gun down. Bruno was scared and shot Recciaconi in the chest from close range. Recciaconi's last words were, "It's a joke. It's just a
His last words were, "It's a joke." This, oh no, he went out trolling, bro. He did what he loved, bro.
joke." But it was too late. He died 30 minutes later at 28 years old, leaving behind his wife and 2 kids. Bruno Tabacini was arrested and held for 18 days before being released without charge. It was declared that the death was the result of self-defense and a terrible accident. The sleeping bear. In 1906, a young hunter in Pennsylvania was found. The bear looked dead, and the hunter thought he got lucky. He found a free bear without having to shoot it. So he got out his knife and started cutting up the animal right away. There was just one problem. The hunter never checked if the bear was really dead. He just started cutting. The bear wasn't dead. It was sleeping. When the hunter started cutting it, the bear woke up angry. It attacked and tore the hunter to pieces. The hunter died.
See,
right there.
I don't think this is
The scooter
stupid.
duel.
This is just misjudgment. That one wasn't that bad. That was probably like the least stupid one. For
In
sure.
2004, 2
He just got too
Taiwanese college
excited.
students met up one evening and had a few drinks. After talking, they both found out they liked the same girl on campus. This got them upset, and they decided to have a contest to see who would get the right to ask her out. How did they settle this? Rock, paper, scissors? A coin flip? Nope. They decided to joust like knights, but instead of
Oh my god.
horses,
You know what? I actually see
they would
why
use their
they did
scooters. The rules were simple. They would ride straight at each other at full speed, and
Okay, see, here we go. Now, okay.
See, I thought it was something different, like they're on a
All right, bro. All right, bro. Like, where's the thought process? Do they not think about these things and the consequences? All that for a girl, by the way. Right, like, it can't be that serious. Who was the girl? That's what I want to know. Now, I just want to know who the girl was. Because if they're willing to ram into each other with scooters at full speed for this girl, then it must have been a very serious person. Because that's insane. Risking their lives for this, bro.
whoever turned away first would lose. So without helmets or any safety gear, the two rode their scooters directly at each other, hitting 50 miles per hour. Neither one wanted to be the first to chicken out. They crashed head-on. Both of them died. Later, someone asked the girl about it. She said she wasn't interested in either of them anyway.
And this is why right here. She don't care. Like, she don't care, bro. Like, they died for no reason. That ass. Like, she didn't even want them. And you can apply this situation to anything. Like, y'all know how, like, dudes crash out about a girl when another dude's been messing with their girl, and they'll literally go kill people over that. And then the girl doesn't care. Like, you look stupid, bro. This situation is literally this happens damn near every day. Like, niggas dying over a girl that doesn't care about neither one of them.
They both died for nothing. The water thief. On April 19th, 2022, Easter Monday in Italy, a 46-year-old man was thirsty. All the stores were closed for the holiday, so he broke into a grocery store to get some water. He found a huge tower of water bottle boxes stacked up by the workers.
To start a podcast with Riverside, all you need is a concept and a way to record it.
Instead of taking a bottle from the shelf, he decided to pull one from the middle of the stack. Anyone who's played Jenga knows this is a bad idea. He grabbed a bottle from a box right in the middle of the tower. The whole thing came down on top of him. The man got crushed under all that water and died right away. Store workers found the mess the next day when they came
this one's not that bad.
They started
either.
cleaning up the fallen boxes and lifting them one by one.
This is like
when they lifted the first box, an arm stuck out.
It's
The
pretty
police
dumb,
watched
but it's not as
security
dumb as
camera
the other
footage
ones.
to
That
see
one's
what
not that
happened.
bad.
The man had broken in just to get a drink and got killed by the water he was trying to steal. The unbreakable window. Gary Hoy was a lawyer in Toronto. He worked on the 24th floor and had a weird habit. Whenever law students visited his firm, Gary liked to show them how strong the windows were by running across his office and slamming his whole body into the window. Gary had done this dozens of times.
And then
The
one
windows
day
never
just
broke.
breaks. Wow.
On July 9th, 1993, Gary was giving law students a tour. "These windows can't break," he said. He ran backward and threw himself at the window. It worked perfectly. He bounced right off. Feeling good, Gary decided to do it again. This time, the glass didn't break, but the whole window popped out of its frame. Gary went flying 24 stories down, riding the window all the way to the street. The law students and his co-workers watched in horror. Gary
Bro.
had hit that window so many times over the years that he'd loosened the frame. He died instantly. Hold your wee for a wee.
Bro, imagine how awkward it would have been for these two just watching him like follow all those stories, bro. Like, this one's not that bad either, but this one's not that dumb. But it's nah, that one's not. This one's probably the least dumb one so far. This one's not that bad. I want to
That
say.
he'd loosened the frame. He died instantly.
So he never
Hold your
checked on
wee
his
for a
windows
wee.
after years
In
of hitting it.
2007, Jennifer Strange heard about a radio contest in Sacramento. The 28-year-old mother of 3 wanted to win a Nintendo Wii for her kids. The contest was called Hold Your Wii for a Wii. You had to drink water and hold it in without using the bathroom. Jennifer showed up with
That's
about
it?
20 other contestants. They
how
started
do you
drinking
die at
bottle
this?
after bottle of water. As hours went by, contestants dropped out to use the bathroom.
Oh.
Jennifer held on. After several hours, Jennifer started throwing up, but she didn't quit. Jennifer won the contest and got her Nintendo Wii. She went home feeling terrible. The next day, she called in sick with a massive headache. A few hours
she
later,
drank too
Jennifer
much
was
water.
dead. She had died from water intoxication. Too much
Oh.
water made her brain swell up. Her 3 children lost their mother over a video game. Her family
That's
sued the radio
sad.
station and won $16.5 million. Road Rage Showdown.
That's sad.
In 2021, 2 drivers crashed on Interstate 80 in Berkeley. Nobody got hurt, but both drivers got out to argue about it.
And now
They
they
didn't
finna-
pull over. They
it's
started
finna turn-
yelling
turn
at each
into a
other
gun-
right in the middle
gun
of the
show,
highway.
bro.
Cars were flying by. The 2 men kept shouting and making
One got
threats.
pushed into the
Then a
street.
Mini Cooper came down the
Yeah.
road. The
Yeah.
driver swerved to avoid the damaged cars, but couldn't miss the 2 idiots fighting in traffic. The Mini Cooper hit both of them. They both died instantly. The Mini Cooper driver was traumatized. The umbrella trick.
they're not
Back in 1999, a bizarre story out of Bonn, Germany made headlines. It was said that a local street performer had built his career on extreme tricks. He was normally just a sword swallower. He could apparently fit long balloons,
Bro, see,
metal rods.
I don't
and he-
understand those magic tricks, bro. Where it's like, actually, no, I'm not gonna try to figure it out. It's all fake.
Even umbrellas down his throat. Crowds loved it. One day, during a performance, he decided to push the act further. He grabbed a folded umbrella and began swallowing it to show off his skills. While sliding the umbrella down, he accidentally pressed the automatic release button on the handle. The umbrella snapped open
No way.
while still in his throat. The crowd watched in shock. The performer collapsed instantly. It sounds like the perfect Darwin Award, but
No
there's one
way.
problem.
So it was an
Nobody
actual
has-
umbrella? I thought they had like props for that. So they actually like what? How do you do that? They actually put these things down their throat? It's not like a prop or something that like folds as it gets like deeper down your throat? I thought that's what it was. Like y'all, have y'all seen that towel that the not the what is it? Like the man, y'all know what I'm trying to say, bro. I don't even know what I'm trying to say no
has
more.
ever confirmed
There's
it
like this little
actually
thing
happened.
they put down their throat
Sword
and it like
swallowers
shrinks and
themselves
folds
later
up
came
the
forward to
further
call
it
the story
goes.
Impossible. A folded umbrella is far
Like,
too
who's
wide
putting
to even
swords
fit
down
the
their throat, bro?
That leaves the umbrella trick as one of the most popular Darwin Award legends, but almost certainly nothing more than an urban legend.
This is
The
crazy.
falling
bro.
dog. In 1988 in Buenos Aires,
I feel like that's a thing, but he
Argentina,
just used a
little
real one. That's
poodle
what I'm
named
saying.
Kachi was playing on a balcony. The dog was having fun when it suddenly fell off the railing. Kachi plunged 13 floors down to the street. The poodle landed directly on the head of 75-year-old Marta
Wow.
Espina, who was walking along the sidewalk. The falling dog killed her instantly. But that wasn't the end of it. A crowd rushed over to see what happened. A woman named Edith Solo came over to look at the scene. While Edith
And
was
the grandma.
distracted by the carnage, she walked into the street and got hit by a bus.
Bro, like what?
But the chaos wasn't over yet. An older man saw
Are
all
we
this happening.
serious? It's still going? Nah, this dog just falling off the roof just caused like 3 deaths? Like what?
Got so stressed out that he had a fatal heart attack on the spot.
Oh, that
One-
can't be real, bro. That can't be. Oh, y'all can't even see it, bro.
An older man saw all this happening and got so stressed out that he had a fatal heart attack on the spot. One falling poodle killed 3 people in 5 minutes.
Literally. In 5 minutes? Oh my god. Why is the dog on the balcony? The one that got hit by the bus is the dumbest? Yeah, facts. I mean, yeah, it wasn't that dumb, but yeah, the one that got hit by the bus is definitely the dumbest. The poodle. Imagine you're just walking down the street and a poodle lands on your head, bro, or whatever the breed is. He said. Imagine that, and you just go out like that's it. That's the end of your life, and then you have a heart attack because you see all that. That's just unfortunate.
The bridge jump. On May 24th, 2019,
The person who
2
put the
friends
dog on
from
the balcony
Texas were
is
driving
fired.
south through Lake Charles, Louisiana at 2 in the morning. Alejandro Cazares was behind the wheel. Roberto Moreno was riding shotgun. They came to a drawbridge that was up to let boats pass. A safety gate blocked the road. Most people would wait for the bridge to come back down. Not these guys. Roberto got out of the car and pushed the safety gate up out
Are
of the way.
we
He
serious?
jumped back in the car. Cazares drove under the gate and headed straight for the bridge ramp.
What do they think they were in, bro? Would y'all attempt, like, be honest, bro? Would y'all attempt this? I know some people that would probably attempt this, thinking they're 100% gonna make
A
it.
drawbridge that was up to let boats pass. A safety gate blocked the road.
No,
Most
you're not
people would
attempting
wait
this?
for the bridge to come back down. Not these guys. Roberto got out of the
I wanna
car
see how
and
they
pushed the
died,
safety
though.
gate up out of the way.
How'd they not make
he
it?
jumped
Let's
back
see.
in the car. Cazares drove under the gate and headed straight for the bridge ramp. They stopped for a second at the bottom. Then
They didn't even
Cazares
like break. They didn't even like.
put the car in reverse,
Oh, okay.
backed up, and floored it. They were going to jump the gap like in an action movie.
This is what happened. They definitely made it, but they veered off the side.
The car went airborne for a brief moment.
Yeah, I
Then
knew
it
it.
crashed into the water.
Oh,
Below. The car sank to the bottom. Cazares was trapped inside and drowned. Moreno was found outside the submerged car, but he drowned too. The plastic bag beekeeper.
Goddamn,
In
bro.
2002,
Never mind,
a
they did
Brazilian
not-
farmer found a beehive on his
Yeah.
property, so he decided to get rid of them by using fire. The farmer put on gloves, long pants, and a long-sleeved shirt. He sealed everything with tape so bees couldn't crawl into his clothes. Then he put a plastic bag over his
Okay,
head
bro.
and sealed it tightly around his neck.
And
This
I know
would
how he
protect his
died.
face from bee stings. Finally, he grabbed a torch and went off to burn the hive. A few hours later, he hadn't come back. His worried wife went looking for him. She found him dead under the beehive, but the bees hadn't killed him. In fact, the hive was
suffocated.
completely untouched. The plastic bag had worked perfectly. It kept out the bees, the smoke, and the oxygen he needed
Literally,
to breathe.
bro.
The farmer
Is
had
he
forgotten
serious?
to poke air holes in the bag. With his gloves taped down, he couldn't rip the bag off his head. He suffocated trying to protect himself from bee stings. The lava
That's
lamp.
crazy.
In 2004, 24-year-old Philip wanted to use his lava lamp. He plugged it in and waited for it to start working. After a few minutes, nothing was happening. The lamp was still cold. Philip was impatient, so he came up with a brilliant plan to speed things up. He took the lava lamp and put it on his hot stove.
I quit. No, this is the dumbest one. This is the dumbest one. This is the dumbest one. This is the dumbest one for sure. This is the dumbest one. Okay, maybe behind the Desert Eagle thing. But this is definitely like runner up. This is runner up for sure. This nigga put his lava lamp on the hot stove because he couldn't wait for it to heat up. Oh man. Oh man. What are we doing?
Just one problem Philip didn't know about. Lava lamps are only designed to handle temperatures up to 40 degrees. A hot stove gets way hotter than that. The lava lamp quickly overheated and exploded. Glass shards flew everywhere. One piece of glass went straight into Philip's heart. He died instantly. The chimney grenade. On January 13th, 2005, 55-year-old Marco...
For it to instantly hit his heart, though, that's just unfortunate. Like, for it to actually, like, aim straight at his heart, bro. That's unfortunate. Because he could have definitely lived from that, but he got very unlucky.
...decided to clean the chimney in his workshop. He tried using a simple broom, but it was too small for the job. He needed to improvise. Marco figured he needed a chain to pull the broom through the chimney and a heavy object to weigh it down. Looking around his workshop, he found what he thought was perfect. A grenade.
A grenade? Oh my god, wait. Okay, no, wait. This is definitely top 3. This is definitely top 3. Where in his mind told him like the grenade was a good idea. Probably the most dangerous object in his house. Something he probably shouldn't even have in his house. Why do we have a grenade just sitting around in our house, bro?
Weld the grenade to the broom and chain. Then he could pull the whole thing through the chimney. Marco got out his welding equipment and started working. He failed to think about what might happen when he put a flame near a grenade. As soon as the welding torch touched the grenade,
it wasn't even because he pulled the pin. This nigga put the flaming torch near the grenade. Oh, no, he had this one coming. No, this one's top 3. No, this is top 3. This is top 3. This is definitely like the dumbest ones. One of the dumber ones. For sure. This nigga put a flaming torch on a grenade. Why are we not thinking about... Do we not know what grenades do? How old is this dude?
It exploded. Marco was killed instantly. The chimney was left completely untouched by the blast. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for similar ones.
The chimney was left untouched by the grenade, bro. What? This nigga's taunting them, dude. That was a good video. I fought with that one. Bro, these videos are good, bro.
And feel free to drop suggestions for the next video in the comments.
These videos are so good, bro.
When it came time to take things to the next...
If you can't figure out the consequences of this, then you should not have a grenade. Facts.